Hi, good afternoon to all in India and good evening to all in Singapore. I'm just doing a small rain check. Do we have all from the Indian companies? Apollo, Benny, are we here?
Yeah, hi. Yes, Avnish.
Great. We'll just we're 5:30 by the clock. We'll just wait for a minute, then we'll start.
Okay.
Sure, thank you.
So, good evening, one and all, and thank you again for joining us. I'm seeing the participation numbers are increasing by the minute. And of course, on the call, we have over 30 to 35 Singaporean students and joining in more. But I will begin and give a few remarks before we start this session and the presentation with the Indian companies. So, again, thank you for all the Singaporean students who have joined in and who also joined us on during the 30th January webinar, where we had given a overview of what the India Ready Talent Program is, why it came into being, some of the questions that arose during that program, and how we are today. So there are we have 8 companies, Indian companies, who have, of course, uh, 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 come on board for the India Ready Talent Program with more than 40 odd placement opportunities. So I'm just going to take you through some of the sectors that the Indian companies are involved in and give you a brief of how the projects are being run. So can we go to the next slide, please, Sahil? Yes. So as you can see in front of your screen, to all the participating companies, we have 8 Indian companies on board from across sectors: Apollo, Bajaj, Forbes, Ford Marshall, Jet Synthesis, Tata Power, Tata Steel, TVS Motor, and TVS Supply Chain Solutions. And all of these companies are leaders in their own fields in India, and some of them abroad as well. For example, TVS Motors is one of the world's largest two-wheeler manufacturers. Fourth of they come under the top 5 manufacturers, and of course, Apollo, a leader in healthcare, and so on and so forth. So on and so forth. So all these companies are in line with taking Singaporean students, Singaporean PR students, and giving them an experience of India and the opportunity it has. Now, the projects that all of these companies have given have been coordinated with the respective IHLs. So, after students, after you hear the presentations from the Indian companies, kindly contact your IHLs to apply for it. Now, I know that some of you have already done so, are in the process of interviews, and the others also can take advantage of the presentations here today and decide accordingly. Sahil, next slide, please. Yes, so I will share also this list of the point persons from the IHLs from where these projects are hosted with you after the call gets over, and you may contact the respective point of contacts over here. Check with them as to how they can apply for the projects that have been listed, and then you can carry on that conversation. Aside, you may close the presentation. Right. So, with that brief introduction, I would now like to hand it over to our companies who are doing this. And just as a house rule, whatever questions one has, the students, please kindly type it out in the Q&A box or in the chat box. We will take it up later during the Q&A session. We will have about 15 minutes or so for the Q&A, and I would request you to be for your questions to be as direct as possible, so we can have clarity for others as well. So with that brief introduction, I will hand it over to Apollo Healthcare Systems to for their presentation. uh, Apollo 24/7, maybe have your presentation. You can go ahead. You have the sharing rights with you. So just as an add-on, 6 to 8 minutes for each company, and then we can go on to the next. So Apollo, you may begin, please.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, great. Thanks, Avnish. So, just a quick introduction. My name is Benny Veliath. I head the HR for Apollo 247, which is the youngest of the babies in the Apollo health ecosystem. So, we are the digital organization. So, I'll quickly take you through a brief snapshot about Apollo so that, those who are not aware, kind of are able to, get a quick understanding of what Apollo Healthcare is into. I also have one of my colleagues, Abhijit Haldar, also who's there. So, yeah. So, Apollo has been the
Thanks,
pioneer in
Benny.
health. Sorry.
Thanks, Benny. Thanks.
Oh, sure. Sorry. Yeah. So, Apollo has been the pioneers of healthcare in India for, over more than 40 years. So, it was founded by a chairman, Dr. Pratap C. Reddy, almost 40 years back. And even at the age of 91 today, he still makes it a point to come to the hospital every day, and it is his vision that we have been living. And we have seen the way Apollo has transformed the healthcare in India, starting from hospitals to going all the way out in the retail segment of helping patients get the best of healthcare and all the care and medication that is necessary. And today we are building one of the biggest omni channels of healthcare in India through Apollo 247. So that's where we come into picture, where we have digitized the whole of Apollo onto an app, and we are taking this journey further. And, so at the moment, we closely touch about 200 million lives every year, and our vision is to go touch a billion lives. So that's where we are looking at students from very diverse backgrounds who could come in and help us build this and take it to the next level. So primarily making Apollo a lot more accessible, affordable, and taking it to every doorstep. So just to give you again a background that Apollo today is the largest hospital chain in India. It is also the largest uh, offline pharmacy retail chain that we have, with almost close to 6,000 stores across different corners of India, and still going strong and building and scaling up this retail giant. We are also building, as I mentioned earlier, the largest digital healthcare platform. So at the moment, we have about 25 million registered users. We are delivering about 70,000 medicines every day. And we plan to scale this up with a lot more new products and new innovative things that we could do on the clinical side of healthcare. Sometime back, about 3 years back, we were also the third largest private health insurer in India through Apollo Munich, which now has been taken over by HDFC Ergo. And as mentioned earlier, we have been pioneers through our clinics, through our dental clinics, through our diagnostic centers, all that we have been building over the last few years. Um, just to give you a quick snapshot of how Apollo 247 becomes the digital front door, where each patient while on the app gets to kind of connect with uh, you know all sorts of healthcare systems, which could bring it to their doorstep and take care of your loved ones. That is what we are trying to build through this entire ecosystem. So we Apollo 247 has been about 4 years old, and we have been scaling. So it is from a 0 to 70,000 orders that we have come in the last 4 years, and we are scaling further. So we look forward to a lot more growth uh, through the entire digital transformation that we are building. So this is to give you a quick snapshot of how spread we are across Indian territory, of the number of hospitals that we have. And as far as technology is concerned, we have been working with AI and ML for a very long time. In fact, we already have about 18 robotic surgical systems, and our doctors have been very successfully using robotics for their surgeries. And this kind of keeps growing. Proton, which is the proton therapy for cancer, it was one of the first that we came across in Southeast Asia. And again, this is something that which we are again scaling. Again, all our research and innovation is kind of driven with very strong clinical research and academics. So primarily, what goes without saying is that patient healthcare comes with complete quality care and love. That is something which our chairman has always been emphasizing on. So that's something that we have kind of pioneered in. Again, kind of building a very robust and fast retail health network with our clinics and healthcare centers. So these are the different entities which are right now functioning within the Apollo Health Group. So you have the Apollo Cradle, you have Apollo Sugar, you have you have Apollo Dental. So whatever specialization a patient is looking at, that's where we're trying to build kind of these outpatient clinics and diagnostic centers that, even if it is not the large big cities, but, people in the tier two, tier three, or, smaller towns have access to the best of Apollo healthcare. So that's something that we are building on. Coming to pharmacy again, which is the strongest retail chain that we have across India. We have 6,000 plus stores, and we have almost close to about 7 lakhs of daily footfall into these pharmacies. And again, we are growing very strong, and they are going to be partnering us in the whole omni channel that we are building. So we are looking at something like delivering medicines in a time period of 2 hours, which of course will be kind of pharmacy is going to help us with delivering this factor. These are the different formats that you could see of pharmacies that we have. We have an urban format, we have a rural format, flagship stores. A lot of these stores have undergone a lot of changes, especially stores that are there already in the hospital. Kind of cater to the hospital patients. And these are the new airport stores, just to give you a perspective of how it is. Our types with specific brands, and these are our rehab stores, wellness formats. So Apollo is looking at a complete when you think about healthcare in India, it is Apollo and Apollo itself. So just to give you a perspective of the digital health platform, that's where we come into picture. So we have close to about 27 million registered users. We have 4,000 online consultations that happen every day. We have about 70,000 medicine orders that we deliver, and we are just growing. So we are presently in 19,000 pin codes, and that's where we are, continuously scaling up. So taking healthcare to every doorstep, as I mentioned earlier. Now, apparently, about 3 years back, when COVID came in, that's when we really saw the surge. And that's when the digital healthcare took a next leap. And that's where we came into picture. And we also had not expected, because we had just started off, and we suddenly saw this huge urge and demand where people thought, digital healthcare is the way forward. So again, this is a journey that we have start working on, and I think this is where a lot of students can come in and bring in their diverse background, and help us scale. And there are lots of problems in the healthcare that we're trying to solve. So here are some of the value propositions that we have. Just to take another minute more. So our consult is anything between 5 minutes to 15 minutes, enabling. So if you just got onto the app and you want to meet a doctor, at the max we would take about 15 minutes to connect you to the best of the doctor that we have in the Apollo ecosystem. We are doing an express delivery of our medicine. So within 2 hours you get your medicines delivered. Your diagnostics reports get delivered in 6 hours. We are building an omni channel, because there is today a huge need for chronics, people who have diabetes, cardiac issues. So we are building a wellness journey where their health is taken care of. We in fact have the largest personal health records. So at the touch of a button you get all your health records and things that you need to enable your health, and for your doctor to watch. And also we plan to bundle up and become one of the top health insurers in the coming future. And of course a lot of omni channel engagement that we through, and this is all through a great integration of technology and product. And that's where we look at a lot of stars who would come and help us grow this. So this is an AI ML based tool. Largely the projects.
Benny, can you quickly wrap up?
Yes,
Just
yes. So yeah, just coming to the last bit. So largely the projects are with the Apollo Hospital and Apollo 247. So any questions, we can probably take it on later. That's it from our end.
thank you so much for
Thank
giving
you.
an overview of
Thanks.
what Apollo stands for and what, of course, it delivers to all. And of course, any questions, we'll take it up after the in the other presentations. Now,
Sure.
I'd like to call upon Bajaj Finserv for their presentation. Ruben, you may please present.
Yeah, Avnish, I do have a video. I hope that will
Yes.
be able to be played. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we are able to see. We can see the presentation. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to everybody to the session, and good afternoon from my end. My name is Ruben. I take care of HR for the Bajaj Finserv Group. So what I'll try to run you through in this 7 or 8 minutes is who we are, where all do we operate, what do we stand for, and what's in it for you. Where all have we in the past deployed interns, and so what they have done, so that you get a preview, and why you need to consider us, and how do we move forward once we go through with the selection process. So that's broadly what I'll try and cover. Okay. And the main core objective of why we do engage with interns is to see what is possible and what can be, rather than be stuck with what it is, because during routine operations and when people who are in the system for a long period of time, we tend to get stuck with certain frames of reference, certain ways of working. So we believe young minds from outside would challenge status quo and would add value in terms of bringing new ideas. So that's the core value proposition which we believe, which will be a mutual value add. So if you look at who we are,
We can't see the audio, Ruben. We can't hear the audio.
yeah, so
When you share your screen, you have to enable the audio option.
sound, I have enabled it. 1 minute. Sorry about this. Let me unshare and then reshare. Can you hear now?
Yes, we can.
So that's the first why of the 5 Ws at 1H, which I wanted to take you through. So we have been growing at the cumulative annual growth rate of 32%. We serve 1 in every 10 Indian as our customer, and we've grown 15 times in the last 10 years. That's who we are. And if you look at our portfolio expands across the length and breadth of the financial services sector, right from financing to wealth management, etc. And therefore, we believe that we provide any individual opportunities and options to realize their dream with various lending, investment, and insurance products. If we look at our industry segments, these are the multiple companies which come under Bajaj Finserv, right from Bajaj Finance on the left, which is our lending arm, which is the which is the NBFC, which is non-banking financial solutions. And the general insurance, which is to do with the motor health. Then there is life insurance, which is annuity and products related to life. And we have a Bajaj Finserv marketplace, which is our platform business where they develop platforms for the financial sector and they sell to other competitors and other companies in the financial services sector. Then we have the digital health arm of our business, which is an integrator of the pharmacy, the doctor network, the medical records, and the hospital network for you to be able to avail of them at your fingertip on your mobile. We have our asset management company, which is to do with mutual funds and assets which you can invest in. Then we have our housing company, which is the mortgages company, and then we have the securities, which is the demat or the share trading arm of Bajaj Finance. So that's the various companies and their various segments in which they are present. And if you look at what do we stand for in terms of culture, we are grounded in long-term profitable growth. So therefore, the constant challenge is always to look at balance the current and the future. So we have two processes which we run. One is the long-range strategic planning, which we run every year, but the strategic plan is thought through for the next 4 years, gets refined every year. Then we translate the long-range strategy into our annual operating plan. And I will come back to why I'm trying to focus on this in the later slides. And we provide for accountable empowerment, whether it is employees, whether it is interns, trainees, anybody. We operate with the founder ethos because one of the core cornerstones on which this organization is grounded is if there are individuals who do not have the capital to invest and start their own business, but have the entrepreneurial instinct and urge, then we provide them the platform to realize their entrepreneurial dreams. And therefore, we operate with a founder ethos mentality. And we constantly believe in disruptive innovation so that we constantly are looking for the next frontier. So we don't benchmark ourselves only with the financial sector in India or globally, but we benchmark across the board. Like last year, our long-range strategy was benchmarked against Adobe. Before that, it was Starbucks. Before that, it was Amazon. So we look far and beyond our own industry to look for what's the next big mega trend which we can build on. That's what we stand for. And if you look at some of the areas which we have deployed interns, because we have a very, very robust, induction of talent and young talent from our management institutes, which are the top institutes in India. We also get some of our financial young minds from our chartered accountancy institutes. So we expose them to various projects every year as part of their internship. And some of the examples are here. For example, this is process improvement from 3 days to 3 seconds. One of the interns worked upon it in the past. Similarly, we've used blockchain where one of the interns worked upon to create, credit, your account with the required insurance payout in the shortest period of time without no delays. We've also used machine learning for one of the interns who contributed in terms of analyzing damages and to be able to approve a claim in the shortest possible time in remote, while operating from a remote situation, and you don't need necessarily to need physical inspection. So these are some examples, and this is what our belief is grounded upon, so that we, in an age where making money is easy, we try and make, see how we make money easy rather than making easy money. And that has been possible for us to constantly do by challenging the status quo and through leveraging minds like yours. That is why we are excited, and we truly believe in getting interns into our organization to leverage some of these ideas which they bring onto the table. And so therefore, what is that? We would want you
wrap
to
up?
do.
It's
Sorry?
Can you wrap up quickly? Wrap up.
So what we expect you to do is to think, propose, influence, and execute. And that's how we believe we add value to you in terms of your own employability. And if you look at what you will experience with us is a startup world, you will be part of a real-time strategy. It is not a conceptual project just for the sake of internship. And we push your boundaries to test your own potential. And in the bargain, you can build versatility to your own profile. In this case, for you, all in a cross-cultural environment in a different geography. This is what we offer as part of the internship. This is your stipend of 65,000 per month. We will provide you a single room service apartment accommodation with 3 meals, and you will have airport transfers, and you will have local logistics where we will arrange for a car to pick you up and drop you every day from office and back to your guest house. And we are also working with one of the other companies with this Forbes Marshall to see if we can provide you all a group accommodation so that 4 or 5 of you can stay together, share experiences, learn from each other, support each other, and also hang around to each other. And therefore, we are looking also at accommodation where things are at a walking distance, whether it's malls, restaurants, pubs, etc., so that you can also have an enjoyable experience over the weekend. So that's what we offer, and that's all I wanted to cover as far as what I would like to, share with you in terms of the 5 Ws and 1 H of this program. Thank you so much, and looking forward to having you, some of us, on board with us.
Thank you, Ruben, for your presentation, and of course, towards the end, showing what you can offer, and of course, having the representative image of Singaporean students having dollars in his hands. So that was nice towards the end. With that, I will now turn to Deepa Sengupta from Forbes Marshall for her presentation. Deepa, over to you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Hi, Avnish.
Good evening.
Just somebody needs to stop sharing the presentation.
Just a second. Yeah, now you can do so.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Good evening. I will try to keep it short. I have divided the presentation, the entire session, into 2 parts, basically what Forbes Marshall does and what are the projects that we are to offer. Okay, so Forbes Marshall, we are, so first of all, thank you, Avnish and team. You're doing a wonderful job. This IRT program is something very exciting that we are participating for the first time. My name is Deepa Sengupta. I am an HR. I am here with Sanskar, my colleague, and we both take care of, so basically of the campus hiring and all the industry academia connect for Forbes Marshall. And from CII, we recently this year, we have received 2 awards, and I'm very proud and happy to share that. The first one is the CII Best Industry Academia Award, and also CII Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. So to start with, what Forbes Marshall does, it is a very old company, 75 years plus years company, which started in 1946. And the whose picture you see on the left side, he is Senior Darius Forbes. He's the founder of our company. Unfortunately, he passed away last year. But for him and for the entire company till date, what is important to us is not just building profits, not just gaining profits. It is how we will impact the communities also. So as our tagline also says, it is energizing businesses and communities worldwide. So we are a lot into the corporate social responsibility, but at the same time, yes, it is very important for us. The customers are the key. The customers, we do not only look at the profit, but we also look at them as how they can benefit in a long-term journey and making the entire process very sustainable. So we are a multinational company with Indian roots. Our office is right where I'm sitting at our headquarters in Pune, Kasarwadi. But we have our presence in 18 countries. Our employee strength is over 1,800, and we have 20 different nationalities working with us. We have 37 offices worldwide. We have 5 manufacturing units, out of which 3 are in India, 1 is in Singapore, and 1 is in UK, Cordell. We have 18 distribution centers. We have 500 sales and service engineers. We have 8,000 customers plus worldwide. And we make sure to connect with at least 1,250 customer connects on a daily basis. So that's where, why this number is important is that's where to give you a feel that how customers are important to Forbes Marshall. Now, what do? We are a manufacturing company. Okay, we are into generation. Okay, basically a steam systems generation. Okay, and what all the products that we need, right from boilers to distribution, automation, utilization, and recovery. Okay. We are also into monitoring. So we make products that generate steam. They pass on the steam and right till the condensate recovery. And while these products are manufactured, we also manufacture the products to monitor these generation. Okay, how to monitor the boiler, the steam, the temperature control, pressure control, everything. And along with that, we also offer solutions to the customer. That's our base objective for a sales engineer, that we provide different solutions to customers. For these customers, it's not a dead-end relationship that once you buy our products, we stop there. No, we do the surveys, we work as consultants, we make sure that we give continuous care, and we take care that they are sustainable enough. We are present in different sectors, okay, right from chemicals to pharmaceutical, oil and gas, food, beverage, tire, fertilizer. So we are present in all these sectors. And as I'm stressing on the part sustainable, because that's really our objective, that we help customers build and sustain highly efficient plants by reducing waste, optimizing process and energy efficiency, and complying with regulatory requirements. So the challenge is coming to now towards the project. So now I have explained what we do as a company. Now let's come to the challenge that we are facing as a steam systems company. Okay, our company is ready to serve the clients. Okay, but there is a lot of gap. People are not aware of how efficient steam system can be, and people are not competent enough, okay, in the energy efficiency in steam system. So there is a huge gap. So although Forbes Marshall does a lot of initiatives, has done a lot of work in bridging the gap, but still, because we serve so many customers worldwide, okay, it is important we keep on moving, we keep on doing activities, initiatives that will help us bridge the gap, so that we have more and more people aware of the uses of energy of steam systems, and we can train more and more people. So our projects are now coming to the projects is the challenge, and we have tried to define our projects in line with these to bridge this gap. Okay, so we have identified 3 projects. The project location, of course, is going to be Pune. Okay, and the duration is as per the university norm, the stipend is as per the CII norms. And we are looking for individuals who are studying, have their engineering, having their studying their engineering degree, or has one of these subjects while they are studying, or somebody who could be related to this, not studying this subject, these subjects exactly, but are passionate and want to do something in this, in thermal energy, thermodynamics, heat transfer, energy management, energy systems, data analytics, and product positioning. So even if you're not studying this, and but you're interested to this, we are looking for anybody who's passionate and want to do something around this. The project one. Okay, now I'll give just an overview of the projects. Of course, there are any questions we can take towards the end. Chakan is a place where our manufacturing unit is there in Pune. We have a very efficient and excellent steam lab and control rigs. So we have people from all over the place coming here physically and trying to do testing here. Okay, but then it is limited because people have to physically come here. So first project, our project is to take the entire training session virtually with the help of AI, with the help of different applications that are there, so that, rather than it coming all the way to Chakan, people at their homes, the customers, the members, everybody, employees all over the globe can take advantage of this amazing lab. Okay, so this entire project, the intern would, have to understand first what it is and how we can, with the help of AI, take it to the next level. The second project, Steve, talks about the globalization of our STEAM engineering course. So we have a STEAM engineering course, again, which is in line to the challenge that I previously mentioned, to bridge the gap. So we educate, we have a full 6 months course post a student finishes in its engineering, and we have a tie-up with lots of colleges here in India where we are running this course. Where the students enroll, we train them. It's a classroom session. We give them a practical training and then assessment. So it's a well-defined, very good course that the Indian students are benefiting from. We make them market ready. Many of them, if we have a requirement, we absorb them in our own company, or there are so many companies that, easily absorb them because of the knowledge that they get received during this training. So this, we want to expand this training right from to the Indian students to the international students globally, so that this will help we educate everybody, and everybody benefits out of this. So we want students, we want the second project would be to take it in the next level, to see, to market it or to benefit, how we can take it and enhance it for the benefit of everyone.
Take off 1 minute.
Sure. Are you reading it, Avnish?
No. Go ahead.
Okay.
1 minute. You have 1 minute.
Okay. So the third project is about sustainability of energy reads in the process industry and future of steam. So this is more or less as a research center, a research project where you can when the student has to study the current sustainability of the energy needs, okay, and what is the current practices that are being followed, and how we can take it, what is the future, and how you can, the research should tell us what more can we do to make the entire, the entire process industry more sustainable. So these are the three projects that we have. And, if you are interested, of course, there are, you can write, if somebody is looking forward, can register to this QR code, or you can log on to your university portals. We have already floated these projects, and then we look forward to your participation. I think the questions would be taken at the end. So I hope right on time, Avnish. Thank you so much, everyone.
I will now turn to Tata Steel, and Tata Steel, I have your presentation with me. I'll just start sharing it.
Sure. Avnish, let me just try sharing my screen in case that works, that nothing like it.
Okay.
Are you able to?
No. I'll share it. Usually not an issue. We can just go ahead. You can ask me to change the slides.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Sure. Thanks, Avnish. A very good afternoon and good evening, everyone. Thank you for having us today. So what is Tata Steel, right? So the very time, I'm sure for many of you, you would be familiar with it because of our presence with respect to Nat Steel in Singapore. But for those of you who still wonder it's what it is, let's just try and understand how it influences in our day-to-day life. So if you look at Tata Steel and you look things around, you would find that Tata Steel is there everywhere. So whether it is about the coins that we have in our pockets, whether it is the cars that we drive, the cylinders that we find in our household programs, we find Tata Steel everywhere, and that's what makes us unique. So what are we? We are one of the top global steel companies with an annual crude steel capacity of 35 million tons. And it is India's first integrated steel company, which means that we are as much a steel manufacturing company, as much as we are a mining company, we are as much as an engineering and projects companies. And that's what Tata Steel is, three big companies integrated into one. It is the world's most global diversified steel companies with operations and commercial presence across 5 continents. And our last financial results, we recorded a consolidated turnover of 30 billion US dollars. What stands out for us? While we do all of it, and these are facts and figures for us, we are very unique in terms of our people practices. Many of the practices which were not even part of the laws in the country, Tata Steel institutionalized us the same, and that is what makes us unique. It's the pioneering principles. Okay, I'm just, the slides are perhaps not changing, but it's okay. We can just walk. You can just scroll the slides up.
You can, Ayushi, you have to tell me to change the slides. I'll change it.
Okay, no problem. So you can just walk through the slides. Not a problem, I think. Yeah. So yeah, just change and we can perhaps move. Sure, just stay over here and
Okay.
we can. Thanks. So when we look at Tata Steel, and something which is very unique to us is our people, right? And I'm sure arguably that's what we believe is our most significant asset, and that's where we have the maximum focus on. We ensure that it's a personal life that is rewarding and a professional life that is rewarding. And hence, what we believe in is when you join us, we help you in being more. So Avnish, if you could just move
Yeah.
to the next slide. Yeah, just go next. Next. Yeah, let's just stay with. So there are 3 broad pillars that we strongly believe in is we enable you to do more, live more, and grow more. And if you're wondering that Tata Steel is an industry which is very, steel as a manufacturing sector, then let's just break some myths. Today, we are operating many of our mines through remote operations, and that's the first of its times. We are the only Indian multinational company to have been awarded with the Global Diversity and Inclusion Lighthouse by the World Economic Forum. And let's now speak a little more about the projects that you would be engaged on. So there are 2 projects that Tata Steel would like to offer, and there's some unique stories to it. So the first project, what we call, is we want to build Jane Tata Vocational Training Institute into a world-class finishing school. So Tata Steel was awarded with the Prime Minister's trophy, and the award money that the organization got it decided to invest again in people development, and we set up the finishing school. And this is where we want to leverage your expertise. So Singapore has an IT education services which is world class, and we would like to benchmark ourselves against the same. And we would like the interns who work with us to work on the benchmarking of the training delivery processes, the infrastructure that ITS offers, the governance processes that we have in place, and make sure that we together convert our Jane Tata Vocational Training Institute into a world-class finishing school, and make sure that it acts as a bridge to address the academic inputs with respect to the employees of India ecosystem, and make sure that when we deploy them in an organization, they are better productive, their safety performance improves, and the culture alignment is better. So that is the first project, and we strongly believe that we can leverage the access to information that you would have because of your presence in Singapore with respect to ITS and all that you would be seeing in and around Singapore. The second project that we have, and you just heard me saying that we are already a lighthouse when it comes to our diversity and inclusion practices by World Economic Forum. However, we strongly believe that pioneering and excellence are two of our core values, and we have to strive towards excellence as that. And to make constant progress over here, this is where we again invite ideas. So it's a combination of research and action project, where we invite ideas from the interns and you work closely with us. And when I say with us, there are two divisions you'll be working along with. One is the HR division and the other is the Tata Steel Foundation. And together we will build what should be the next course of action for the diversity and inclusion journey of Tata Steel. So it is about identification of policies and practices that we should have in place, trying to devise an inclusion index, understand the current set of sentiments, because we are almost 10 years into the journey and how far we have made progress on the same. And finally, making sure that there are two diverse groups that we want to focus on here, which is the neurodiverse group of talent, that how is it that we make the work environment even more inclusive for them. So trying to create a strategy around that is what is the next project on. For both of these projects, you will be working along with us in Jamshedpur, which has the where we have the Tata Steel's plant, and it's a very safe place in the eastern part of the country. The entire ecosystem, the roads, everything, you know that it's named after Tata.
1 minute.
Yes, sure, thanks. And that's what, and you would have the accommodation in a company accommodations, all the travel, logistics, etc., will be taken care of by the organization. And when you work with us, we would ensure that you get all of it. The first is making sure that the connects that we have along with the industry partners along the journey of diversity, inclusion, and skill building, you have the equal access. You have all the accesses to the learning resources that any employee of Tata Steel would have, and making sure that we have the regular connects and together we learn from each other. And that is what we will focus on. So we welcome you on board, whether you join us or not. Do make sure to be a part of Tata Steel through any way you can. You can go through our website and get the details. So join Tata Steel and be more with us. Thank you, Avnish.
Thank you, Ayushi, for the presentation. I will now turn to TVS Motors. Vignesh, you may kindly present your presentation.
Okay, thank you, Avnish. Hi, team. Good evening. Give me a minute, Avnish. Saramnan will be sharing the screen. So I'm Vignesh. So I'm taking care of campus. I'm a campus lead in TVS Motor and Group. I take care of all the campus hiring, the internship which we are doing in India, and the global internship. I think this journey is not new to TVS Motor. So we were working with all the universities with Singapore Enterprise or ADB. So for past 5 to 6 years, from 2017 onwards, only there was a slight disruptions after the COVID, but we are restarting now with the full Josh. Saran, can you please move the slide? Okay, great. Today we have our presentation overview. So we will be sharing about TVSM vision and mission, and what are the projects and the selection process, how we are going forward. So about TVSM, so I think Avinash has given a brief before we start. So we are one of the largest two-wheeler and three-wheeler companies in India, one of the top 5 in the two-wheeler global manufacturers. And we have best-in-class product portfolio across two-wheeler and three-wheeler segment. So in the upcoming slides, you can see the complete portfolio, what we have. That means a product which we sell from our dealership starting from 100cc moped to 310cc, the premium bike. That's a complete product portfolio we have with the three-wheeler segment also. And we have 4 state-of-art manufacturing plants. One is located in Hosur, Tamil Nadu, one in Karnataka, one in Himachal, one in Indonesia. I will talk about UK a little later, but there is a plant which we have it in UK also. Okay. The capacity of 5.5 million two-wheelers and 2.4 lakh three-wheelers we can manufacture in all the 4 locations. Very important is the world-class in-house R&D and manufacturing capabilities we have, and we are the BMW Global Partner Choice. So what it means for us is we actually produce bikes in Hosur plant, which is under 500cc, which we produce for BMW. The one important quote which always BMW tell us, the product quality which Berlin delivers, which we can deliver from Hosur also. That's a very proud moment for TVS Motor to have a global partner with BMW. An extensive sales and service network across India and abroad, with a strong foothold of international business. When you talk about international business, we operate from 70 plus countries. In the globe, if you see, only in Europe, we are not there. I think we are marching towards that. So the complete globe, we will be working. And our shareholder value creation is 27% and share price of CAGR over last 10 years. Please come to slide. So we reimagine 2030 where TVS Motor, another 6 years to go with the vision and mission we created, and we are marching towards very positively. Our vision is to transform the quality of life of a people across the world by providing mobility solutions that are exciting, responsible, sustainable, and safe. I think very simple, clear vision we have. To achieve this vision, we have mission with us. There are 4 mission points which we work on an innovation-driven culture, driving on relentless reflection and teamwork, focus on speed and agility, shows scalable technology platforms and solutions, and commitment towards sustainable future. Next slide, please. So as I told, we have a complete wide range of products. So we operate at 70 plus countries overseas. So we have entry-level commuter, premium motorcycles, super premium. We have scooters, which is X-Connect. And we do some products in Indonesia. So because we have an overseas plant in Indonesia, we do bebek and step through. There are different products for Indonesian market. We have our moped, and we work more on electric. We have a new product launch recently in Dubai. So TVS X. And we have three-wheeler passenger and three-wheeler cargo. Here, one product which we are missing is we have a plant in UK, nothing but Norton. Norton is our plant. We acquired Norton 4 to 5 years before. And the product which we manufacture for UK market. So we closely work with universities like NUS, SUTD, and Nanyang. And this year also we are moving with 3 universities, and SMU also we are looking forward. So we post around projects with digital service, around 9 projects, around engineering 5 projects, energy 3, mobility 2, and finance 1. These projects are posted across undergraduate and postgraduate engineering students and management students also. It is like a combination of engineering, postgraduate, and management. Any student can do. We are very agile, and it is very diverse projects. So that way we kept everything open for all the people to apply. So very simple selection process we will be having it. We will post the project charters to the university. I think already we are posted the projects with all the 3 universities, and currently we have 23 unique applications for TVS Motor. I think after this call, I think we will start the selection process directly with the universities. Who are not applied, please apply after this interaction. And there are 23 unique applications and 34 people are applied for 34 projects. So we will align with the personal interaction with the students, with the mentors, and student will take the internship at TVS, and we deploy to the students to the respective department and presentation to TVS mentors and guide, and we will be providing the internship certificate. I will not deep dive into the project details. So we have around 20 projects we posted. So I will just share the names or the project titles, which we cut across from engineering. We go with finance, and we will be detailed project charters will be shared with the university's SMOC, which Avinish was already shared before the call. So we will be working with Valentina, we'll work with Deshman, we'll work with Align. So that for SPOCs, we will be working directly, and the project charters are already posted to them. Please move to next slide. So projects on energy and projects on mobility is very interesting projects which we have. And we have project on digital service. Digital service have more projects. Keep moving. 9 projects on digital service. So we work on a digital era, and we clearly want to move our level of working on digital and AI projects to the next level. So we posted many projects this year. Next slide. So what we offer, so for the selected interns, we will provide with a continuous mentoring, and senior technical expert will be working with you closely. And we provide stipend of SGD 1,100 per month. Accommodation during internship at Bengaluru will be taken care by TVS Motor. Opportunity to explore the Indian heritage and culture. We will be having separate programs to explore that. Transportation, lunch will be provided at very subsidized value, which we will be providing to you. And we will be sharing the internship completion certificate we'll be giving to you once you successfully complete the internship project. All the project locations will be Hosur, Tamil Nadu, India, and some of the projects will be, the project location will be Bengaluru, Karnataka, India. It will be completely a physical internship which you are looking into. So I told no, so these are some glimpses of the previous seasons where the Singapore students came, visited, and then we work on. And we also participate on some of the job fairs which SUTD, NUS or NTUS posting. So I think we are moving very positively with a big bang and josh. So we want to restart this program. So thank you. That's it from my side. I think you can connect with us with our website, and my mail ID and my team Sarnan mail ID is available. Please connect with us. Thank you. That's it from my side, Avinish. Thanks for your support.
Thank you, Vignesh. Thank you for the concise presentation. And I'll now turn to our last presentation, last but not the least, from TVS Supply Chain Solutions. And Satish, over to you.
Thank you, Avinash. Thank you. I'll just share my screen. Just a moment. Hope people can see it. Is it visible now?
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Avinash and the team. Good evening to everyone. Very happy to be part of this call and take you through our company. So let me just take a step back. The word TVS, I think like Tata, like and other companies, Apollo, some other companies has a very Indian, heritage and, more than 100+ years of experience. The TVS name, like the earlier presenter talked about the TVS Motors, we are part of the same, group at a very high level. But of course, there are different businesses in TVS. It's overall an $8.5 billion company, now split into different companies. And we are presenting the TVS Mobility here. And mobility also has different business verticals, like you can see on the slide. Manufacturing, there is supply chain, there is aftermarket distribution and services, and also automobile distribution. So automobile distribution used to be one of the oldest businesses started by a founder more than 100 years ago. So in this specific presentation, I'm going to deep dive only on TVS Supply Chain Solutions. Overall, the mobility has about 25,000 plus employees working in 26 countries with, in over 6 continents. And the overall revenue would be around $2 billion US dollars. And that's a very, very brief background. To go very specifically on supply chain itself, we are 18,000 employees operating in 26 countries, presence in 4 continents with a revenue of $1 billion. Last year, we also publicly listed our company in the Indian Stock Exchange. And the logistics itself and supply chain itself has a lot of growth opportunities for learning and development. And it's also vital for any country's growth. If you look at the World Bank's logistics performance index across countries, India has now moved 6 places up to a 38th position. We still have a long way to go. Incidentally, Singapore is in number 1 rank. So we definitely have opportunities to further optimize our supply chain processes within the country. And like I said, we are operating in multiple geographies across the world. We do take a lot of best practices and technology and know-how and R&D from other regions and deploy that in India as well. So this specific project that we are going to offer for internship is in India. And while we also have our own operations in Singapore, but the project is India, Singapore. So then it is going to be in India. So we have a very strong technology. We have a very strong, workforce. We have a very good infrastructure. We have, I think, more than 50 years of experience in this area, starting from the initial group period to TVS SCS branching as a separate company. So this is just the presence. We are present extensively in Europe. More than 2,500 of our employees are working there, on-roll employees. And also we are present in the entire Southeast Asia, including Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, Australia, New Zealand. In India, of course, Asia, we have a larger presence. In India alone, we have about 13,000 employees. So that's just to show that we are a global company, multinational company, based in based in India, in Chennai. So of course, we also work with 64 global out of the Fortune 500, 64 companies. And the list is continuously growing. And some of these companies we have worked with us for more than 10 years, 15 years, now close to 20 years. So in India, I think we are operating almost in every state. As you can see on the map, I don't think there's any place left. I think we have our operations across the country, length and breadth. We have 19 million square feet of warehousing and warehousing space. We have 50 plus multi-client facilities. Just to put the number into some perspective, we have 450 customers in India, only in India, and they are ranging from aftermarket to in-plant warehousing to dedicated transportation services to global freight forwarding solutions. Spread across a range of solutions, we are working with 450 plus customers across India. And these are some names that TVS Motor is our customer, Mahindra is our customer, Daimler is our customer. So out of Fortune 500, a lot of our customers that we work with. In terms of our capability, we are an end-to-end supply chain solutions provider. When we say that, what do we mean is we can do from sourcing, procurement, end-to-end we can do, not just parts of the processes, but the entire processes required, whether it is a manufacturing company or aviation company or a medical company. So we are industry agnostic, right? So we cut across all industry, healthcare, so any industry that you name it, I think we are operating in that industry. I think incidentally, during COVID times, we got more engaged into healthcare, industry verticals, providing supply chain solutions. Just to give you one example, during COVID, we also went into distribution of vaccines across the world, whether it is NHS in the UK or in India. So this is an industry which is cutting across all industries, more so enabling very efficient supply chain solutions, providing high productivity performance to our customers, thereby to the country, so that when you look at the cost of logistics from a global perspective, or from a country perspective or a company perspective, we are able to give better solutions and performance to this. The more efficient we are able to bring the logistics cost, I think the GDP will increase, thereby the PPP increases. Purchasing capita per individual also increases. So it's a efficient, effective supply chain solutions using tech-led solutions. So that's our USP. We provide integrated transport solutions. When I say integrated transport solution, air freight, land freight, sea freight, all these things together with the complex network of connecting globally, we are able to provide efficient solutions. We are very good in our warehousing and packaging solutions, whether it is in-plant warehousing, aftermarket warehousing, finished goods warehousing, etc. And packaging solutions ensure that we are environmental friendly packaging solutions, at the same time efficient and cost effective. We have our operations in Singapore, headquartered in Singapore, focused on air freight, ocean freight, and land freight. So this is also a global solution available in multiple parts of the world, including India, US, and Singapore, and other parts of the world. So we also do time critical final mile solutions, whether it is same day courier, next day courier, finished goods forwarding, pickup drop services, inbound delivery. So these are all different kinds of services that we offer across the spectrum of supply chain solutions. So we also provide value-added services, like material equipment handling solutions to our customers, including assembly and further value-added solutions. So we have end-to-end supply chain solutions provider, and we have a lot of opportunities in India to scale. And the specific projects, I would like to just go into the specific projects with just to keep time. We have two projects, one focused on to create a business case for enhancing the existing warehouse control systems for our size and scale and capability. So that's project number one. Project number two talks about warehouse consolidation opportunities. As you saw in the screen, we are spread across India, and we have
We can't
20 million.
we can't, I mean, if you're talking about the projects and there's other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you see it now? Yeah. Study and recommendation of warehouse consolidation opportunities.
No. We are on slide
Okay.
13. We can see
Okay.
only slide 13.
I think I need to reshare. It's okay. 1 second. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
So I was talking about the warehouse control systems for the size of our business, understanding the different systems that we already have, and creating a business case for change, because we have 450 customers. We have our own in-house solutions. There are external solutions. What would be the right roadmap, for us to provide more value to our customers and thereby scale our warehouse control systems that we have. So we have a solution called visibility, and we are able to exactly track every single consignment running in this country, whether it is a truck or a air freight or land freight. We know even what is the space left inside that container. To that extent, we have systems and processes in place. Having said that, there is always scope for improvement. So definitely, we wanted to create, an enhanced product using today's artificial intelligence and visibility technologies available. So that's project number one. Project number two focuses more on the consolidation opportunities that we have. We have multiple locations. We have our own sites, our own hubs. We also have customers' hubs and customer sites. How can we effectively utilize the footprint that we have for maximum efficiency and productivity for our company as well as for our customers? So those are the two projects that we have. These projects will be mentored. The projects are going to be mentored by the Indian CXOs. They are like one level below the CEO. So you will have opportunity to work with the senior leadership team. And the projects are based in Chennai in our head office, corporate office. And you'll be required to travel a little bit to understand how a warehouse works, how operations work. And you will have to work with multiple leaders and stakeholders to get the required data, understand the applications, learn about these applications, and then make proposal for change. So that's how I see these projects. These are challenging projects. These are long-term projects. I don't think these projects can be finished in 3 months. Having said that, you have an opportunity to provide your recommendation based on the study that you will make, which will help us to take these projects forward as we go forward. So I'll stop here and look forward for any questions that you may have. Thank you.
Thank you, Satish. Thank you for the presentation, and thank you to all the companies who presented. Also, today, unfortunately, we do not have Tata Power and Jet Synthesis. For that, we will send you their details later. And I have been answering few of the questions which have come up in the Q&A. And if anyone as part of the attendees would like to ask a question, they can also raise their hand, and you can have a direct question as well. But just to all the companies, which applies to all, I think the question has come on, are there full-time opportunities and conversions upon successful completion of the internship projects? I mean, I can throw this open to all the companies if they want to just come in, if there is a way towards that.
So the question, as I understand, is after completion, is there any chance for placement within the company?
Yes.
Okay. We have our operations in Singapore. We have a dedicated team in Singapore running operations. We can definitely look that as an opportunity. But the question is, they want to work in India for an. Is that the question?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's an open-ended question, so it's I'm just putting it to the panel.
No, we can definitely look at because we also have an integrated supply chain solutions in Singapore, our own operations. So we have a good footprint there. We can definitely consider from a TVS SCS perspective.
Hi,
For
Avnish.
TVS, sorry, Deepa, you go ahead.
Thank you. So I think it's the same. We do have a lot of other different nationalities working in India, as well as, of course, we have an office in Singapore. So the question is a little open-ended, but then we are more than welcome. But it completely depends on the performance and the projects and their willingness towards the duration end of completion. But it is a positive response from Forbes Marshall as well.
So from TVS Motor, currently for this particular internship, we are not looking for full-time offer, but we have our Singapore office in Singapore itself. So we take care of strategy, and TVS Digital is there. But we will look into the interns. I think separately they are taking some interns. They will get a full-time opportunity. But currently for TVS Motor, this internship, we are not looking for full-time. It's only for internship.
Thanks, Vignesh. I'll request our IT. Can you please unmute Shreya? She is in the attendees list. She has raised her hand. I think we'll just come back to Shreya in a bit. So for Tata Steel, Ayushi, there's a question. What are the stipends and the location? You can answer it. Yeah.
So for Tata Steel, the location is Jamshedpur, and that is where you have the Tata Steel's first integrated plant, right? The 10 million ton plant is, and the maximum number of your employee base is over there. So it's a very well developed city. It's a city which is called Tata Nagar, so it is where actually the Tata Steel. So and because many of you would not know the name, and that's why I'm just highlighting this. The entire city is actually taken care. The infrastructure part is taken care of by the organization itself. So that's the highlight of it. The second thing is with respect to accommodation, the company will be providing the accommodation in their company the company guest houses, which are very close by, and we will be making sure that all the transportation facilities, etc., are taken care of. With respect to stipend, while I don't have the exact amount, but we will make sure that the range which is mentioned by the CIA and the Singapore guidelines, we will be catering to that.
Thanks, Ayushi. I think Shreya, you may go ahead, please. You are unmuted.
Hi, yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I was actually interested in Apollo Hospitals, and I do have I'm currently doing my master's in forensic science, and I would definitely be interested in interning at Apollo Hospitals. So I just wanted to know, like, I had earlier asked a question about the type of projects that are available there. So given the field that I'm working in, do you guys have like any type of requirement or considerations when it comes to like taking up your interns? Like, are you only looking for like individuals from a specific field, or is it open to anyone?
Hi, Shreya. Benny this side from Apollo. So while there are two entities right now, one is Apollo Hospitals, which of course is self-explanatory, and second is Apollo 247, the app, which is transforming the digital journey. So right now, what we had decided, both the entities, is we would look at interns who would help us in the whole digital transformation journey. So the projects that we have, I think I missed out on that point earlier in my presentation. So the projects that we have from Apollo Hospital is something to do with the supply chain. The asset utilization optimization project, which is two interns. And from the 247, Apollo 247, the projects that we are looking at is one, we are looking at someone who could help us design a diabetes management project. Second, we are looking at someone who could help, design the hospital visit, like a digital companion. So when a patient walks into the hospital, how does, the digital app help the patient in various touch points? And third, we are looking at someone in the tech side, who could help us more on the software part and the coding side. So these were the larger projects that we were looking at. Sorry, I didn't kind of get what is the subject that you are pursuing, and I could always go back to the hospital team and come back. We would fairly be open to look at other subjects as well. So if you
Right.
yeah, if you could let me know what is it that you are looking at, then probably I could connect with the hospital HR team.
Okay, so basically, I do have a bachelor's in biomedical science, and currently I'm doing my master's in forensic science. So I guess like just looking at, the projects that you had mentioned earlier, one thing that I would definitely be able to like help in is designing a project related to diabetes management.
Sure.
Yeah, so because I do not have I'm not that equipped yet with my with the IT side yet.
Okay.
I only took up like digital forensics as a module, and I'm going to do my research in something related to digital forensics too. So I currently, right, I do not have the required skill set, but if I do have like, some form of experience or knowledge in like the life science side of it, would I still be able to like get
Yeah,
an
fine.
opportunity to work as an intern here?
Sure. So let me come back to you on this. I will let me not kind of answer this right now, because let me go and check. If, how could you kind of leverage this opportunity and kind of connect the hospital and the app together? Shreya, I mean, either I'll take the details from Avnish, or which university or institute are you from, so that I can
Yeah,
connect with
NUS.
NUS. Okay. Right.
Shreya, you just send me your details. I'll have you connected with Benny. You can take this conversation offline.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank
Yeah.
you. There's just we have a question on TVS Motors. Are we able to choose the particular projects that we want to intern in? I think once you have a look at the projects after you speak with your IHL, you can accordingly apply either in Bangalore or Hosur or Chennai. Vignesh, would you like to add to that?
Yes, yes. It's completely, we are very agile and we are open. So whatever projects you are looking to, and it's look to a domain what you are studying, please apply and please be in touch with your SPARK to the respective campuses. We are fine. You can choose, not a problem.
Thank you so much. I think with that we have come to the end of the questions. While they're still coming in. The last one, can I check where all the projects are mentioned are viewable? One is all of these projects are available with your IHLs. So you can contact with your IHL and get help in it. And also you can touch base with me here in CII. I'm based here, of course, in Singapore, and I can guide you to the projects that are available with the IHLs as well. I would say in most of my programs, I say ladies and gentlemen, but here I can take the liberty to say boys and girls because they're students. So we are at close to 7 o'clock in the evening, and I do have my colleagues from ESG as well as the IHL point of contacts who have joined this call, and it's quite late here in the evening. First of all, thank you for staying on and answering those questions, and of course thank you for all the companies who came in and gave their presentations. Before we close, I just have a few suggestions. Is that any queries or questions that the students might still have? Of course, one you can reach out to IHL. Two, you can reach out to CII. And third, also there is if there are more questions on the projects or on as of course as Shreya mentioned, if there are anything more that you want to converse with the companies, feel free to connect with me, and I can tie you up with the companies to explore that possibility. And this is a process that we are starting, which will go on, of course, till the applications will go on till February and March. And we would encourage you to apply as soon as possible because the internships start in the period of May. And to get through the visa processes and other administrative things, it will be good that you put in your applications by February end or by first week of March, so that there is enough time for these things to take place. So with that, I would now just like to highlight Naz. Would you like to add anything to it? Naz from ESG?
No, I'm good. So for application, please go to your career office. They are in touch with us and they'll be able to help you further. Yeah, that's all from me. Thanks, Avnish.
Thank you, Naz. So I think with that, I can call this webinar to a close, and we have already short our time by over half an hour, but I think it was valuable to the companies as well as to the students. And of course, if there are any more questions, feel free to reach out to us. We are here to help. Thank you so much and have a good evening.
Thank you, team. Bye.
Thank you, Avnish. Thank you, team. Bye.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, everyone.